What's going on, guys? In this video, I will be showing how to install the convertible braces that go in the floor on your 67, 68, and 69 Camaro. So, stay tuned. Alright, I'm here with a 68 floor for a 68 convertible that I'm building, and I am going to show how to install the convertible braces. So there are really 7 parts to this that get installed, and a couple of them, sometimes your floor will come with them already installed on them. So it just saves you a little bit of time, but it is these pieces. These pieces go on the top side of the floor. The other parts are this under brace, this cross brace, this big one, and then these other two. And then there is a brace that goes in the corner over here. That is this piece right here. So these here I usually install last because the firewall is on the car and it really goes up against the... So if you're going to plug weld this part, just drill your holes to plug weld all the way around it. And if I didn't have this clamp, which I can probably remove it, on here, this piece is pretty much self-explanatory. It's nothing really critical about it. It just goes in there and it welds along here, welds along this. But this firewall right here is just for mock-up purposes. It stays on this. As you can see, it's been on this jig long enough that it's rusted the same color. So there's welds under here that will need to get welded when I put this floor in the car to the actual firewall. And then when I have it up on the lift, after I take it off of the jig, I will put this piece in. And it will go in and it will get spot welded. And then I'll reach in through the door and I will spot weld this. Now up in here I won't be able to get to spot weld, but I'll plug weld it. So these parts are pretty much self-explanatory. They're just flush up against it, the firewall wherever it's at, and against the wall. So I won't be installing these in the video. You can look back maybe when I get to the end and see it, or just comment and let me know if you're having an issue with it, and I'll try to help you with it. But it's pretty much, there's not really nothing precision about any of it except for this section right here. The other ones are pretty much are self-explanatory as well. I guess I'm saying that word right, not sure. But these pretty much go on the underside when you got the car done, and it just goes around that, around the seat belt, the seat back piece, and to the floor. So it's pretty much just drill, pop rib, or drill and plug weld, and it just sits on top of that flange right there. So that's pretty much it. It just sits as far as it'll go back up against it and goes in. So I won't be installing these either in this video. If you need help with them, comment and let me know. But this is the part that really, I wouldn't say it's really that much precision, but you do want it in the general area. So generally I put it 2.5 inches from the center. If I can get my tape measure. From the center to the edge is 2.5 inches. And I just do that on both sides. And I usually like to clamp it. And then I just put these in here and I butt them up. Now they could be bent wrong. So to fix all that, I'll show you what I do. I get the brace piece that goes across with the transmission and I install it on there. So I'll line up my holes pretty center and I will put my bolts in it, which I have over here. I will put my bolts in there on both sides and get all of it lined up, and that gets everything X'd out like it should. Then I come back with my scribe and I scribe around all of it, which I've already done. Pull it up, that way I can clean that area and edge weld prime it, and I can clean these parts top and bottom to where I can get in here and I can spot weld. Now I don't spot weld where these humps are, so I only clean in the flat areas all the way around. And then I will put all this back in there and I will bolt all this up properly. Right now I don't have it bolted, and I usually leave it bolted until I get done welding all that I can weld, and then I remove that piece. So I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna pull this piece off. I'm gonna clean up underneath it, show you guys. Now, some spots in here I can't get to with my spot welder, so I will plug weld some of these spots. And I'll show you guys which ones that is, but pretty much most of you guys are gonna be plug welding all of it. So it really won't pertain to you. But I'm gonna go ahead, get this stuff off here, get it cleaned up, and I'll bring you right back. All right, I got the cross brace welded in, and the reason I went ahead and welded it is that way I could get all the way into here. Now I'm gonna end up putting this piece in, but I'm gonna paint underneath right here so that that's not bare. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I went ahead and punched the holes in the spot that I couldn't reach with the spot welder. I'll end up spraying underneath here and then clamping these in, and I'm gonna put my cross brace in this piece. I'll end up putting it in. So once I get that sprayed and both of them clamped and that piece centered on there, I'll bring you back. I got the cross brace piece bolted in, and I've got it centered on all my holes so that there's still movement side to side on each. These are already welded, and I have a lot of clamps on this so that it doesn't move. Same on this side. So I'm gonna start, and I always start in the far as I can get and work towards the outside. That way all my slack comes out here. And then I'll start in the middle here and I'll work around and out. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, I got them welded. Haven't plug welded these yet on this side, but I have these on this side. And I was gonna show you how spots like this that I need to pull it down to. You could put a screw in it, but usually when you put a screw in it, it like pulls a indentation in the back side of it. So sometimes I do little tricks like this with this, and I also have this little tool right here that I made as well. Somewhere there is a washer, so I have this washer, and sometimes if I want to like pull something down, I'll take and I'll tack the washer onto here, and then I'll hook the hook into the washer and I'll use it as a leverage and press it down. This is mainly, I use this when I'm doing the frame connectors and I'm trying to pull it to the floor, because that's how wide up in this area, if I can do it one-handed. So the frame connector is about that tall. So when the frame connector, this rests on the frame connector and this right here rests on the floor with the washer, and it pulls the floor up to the frame connector to close that gap. So this one, the way it works is I just tack it on there, and then I take my pry bar and I hook it in there, and I use the pry bar and press down on this. And then usually this piece will, if you tack it on the inside right here and you bend it, you pull it towards you as you're doing it, then whenever you get done, you can just pop it off and then clean your little spot weld off. So I'm gonna stick this over here and see if I can demonstrate it for you while I'm here. All right, I got the camera set up. I'm gonna attempt to do this. So I'm just gonna stick that in a little ways and I'm gonna tack it. In there. And then I just take this and put a little pressure on it and it bends it right down to it. I'll let it cool, undo it, break it off. Now all I gotta do is clean that little spot weld. That was probably a little excessive, but I mean, it works. Let's see here. This one here, I have a little problem because I hit my thing, but it went down. And just like that. So I just got a couple little spots to clean up, and I might push it down back here at this back side and do it again. But just wanted to show you guys a little trick that I do when trying to get this stuff down. I mean, you can see it's flush against it. This one here might have a little bit of play, not much, but little bitty spots. And now I don't have to weld a screw hole up and then grind. All I got is a little grind. I'm already here with the welder, and so it's not anything out of the way. You're already here doing plug welds. You already got a grinder, so you ain't got to get a screw gun with a bit, pull the bit, put it in there, pull the bit out, weld it up, and then worry about a screw hole on the back side. It's just plain simple, easy little trick to pulling down a part. All right, I got everything plug welded, cleaned up, and ready for paint, but I saved the paint for last when I go up on the lift. I went ahead and cleaned both sides here and installed the braces on the top side. I have the snubber in. I have the shaker mounts. And I spot welded these in. So everything's good. These are the plug welds that I did through. And I didn't have to come over here and do no welding as far as screw holes or anything like that, because I did the little trick. So this floor is pretty much wrapped up and would be ready to install into the car. But I am going to be mini tubbing this, so I might do a video on it, I might not. It depends. I got to get moving on this car, so I'm not sure. But anyways, that is installing the cross braces on your 67, 68, and 69 Camaro convertible. They are all identical in that area. So I hope that helps you out. If you hadn't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post another video. That's pretty much it. I've been trying to think of ways to make the channel more interesting. I'm not sure yet, but it seems like you guys like the stuff on how to, and that's great because that's all I've done. Besides preaching and some videos here and there of day in life, but I just show you guys what I do, not just building cars. I love camping. I haven't had time for much of it, but there will be some of that coming. And I really enjoy building cars. I really enjoy helping you guys. And most of all, I love sharing the gospel with you guys. So if you don't know who Jesus Christ is, please reach out to me and I will try my best to explain it to you. I have no power to save you or bring you to Christ or anything. It's Christ alone who does that. All I'm supposed to do is be obedient and listen to the Lord, share what He's done in my life, share the gospel, share the good news with others, and I let the Lord do the rest. So that's pretty much it. That's the floor build. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video.